Just to save us some time, I will just go briefly. I'm not going to take too much time talking about the stuff. So what I just want to bring to your attention is that our South Sudan become a nation. Each and every one of you guys know that it is going to be up to individual to become a party member of his choice. For those of you that are sitting here today, election, make sure you take one of these forms today, or you tell somebody to register themselves. And for the place to go, you get a contact Mr. Kumach. He's always easy to get. He's in the downtown Omar by Sesbok office. And that's where he's doing that kind of registration, and that's where you'll be getting your identification card. And going back to the message that I was saying, that we all need to be very active in our party. Now SPLM become a party, like the first party in the country, that is leading up now, and it will always do, maybe. But I want you to also be the ones that make this party go forward. If we are not going to be working very hard for our party to go forward, there's nothing that we can achieve. Other parties will emerge and they will take lead. But if we will keep the SPLM in the spirit that we are in right now, I think we will be able to do things in the right way. Please, make sure it is each and every one's commitment and effort to make this party go forward. You can learn from these four gentlemen. They are very active members of this chapter. They just don't need to become leaders, but they've been leaders by coming, here and there, supporting, bringing ideas. And that's why today they are interested to take this party forward. And it's the same thing for each and every one of us. Please, be committed and do your duties. I will stop from there to save us time. And I also thank all of you, the Nebraskans, for giving us the opportunity to lead you within these 2 years. I appreciate your support for us. The chairman is not here, and I hope he can give you a good message. Without you guys, without you, the members of the SPLM, this party cannot go anywhere. But it reached this part because of all of you. A leader cannot become a leader without people to lead. And people cannot be there without a leader. We were your leaders because you guys made us lead. Because you stand there behind us. And I would also want you to do the same with these gentlemen. Whosoever you will choose to become your leader, please be with them. If they schedule a meeting, if they call a meeting, you need to come. The reason why a leader always needs people to come to the meeting is because they have to help him with ideas that can take the party forward. But if you are not coming, how do you think these people will be able to make decisions that can take this party forward? There's no way. It is always a person that needs to be there. Thank you and God bless you.
Then, as you know, our meeting today is General Assembly meeting for Nebraska chapter. So we will give chance to each of them to come up and introduce this candidate.
I would like to thank you all for coming and attending this great occasion. And on behalf of our campaign, I'm the campaign manager for Stephen Hoth. All right. Pretty much, some of you have already known him, and some of you might not know me, and some of you may be already seen me around. So I'm not usually involved in a lot of political stuff, and I'm a student. I just came back from South Sudan, and I was there for like about 7 months. All right. And Stephen Hoth is an active member of the community, in Bentiu League community, and in many other small community within Unity State, all right? And he's an active member of South Sudanese different organizations, Nuer community, yeah, all right? All right, on some of the stuff that Stephen Hoth is campaigning on, you can read it for yourself. I will have the paper and I will pass it out, all right? And some of the stuff is named like pretty much Stephen Hoth, and his biography, he went to school, he has a bachelor's degree in political philosophy. and he's enrolled with his master program, and he holds so many different positions within the community. All right, and I do believe that he's the right candidate that will bring change to SPLM. And given some of the stuff that some of our colleagues brought up, I will not comment on all of those because this is not the time to discuss those agenda. And I do believe that Stephen Rose will be the candidate for change that will inspire change within the youth, because within South Sudanese community here in Oman, we do have so many problems within the youth and within the SPLM political party that need to be addressed. And I do believe that Stephen Rose will be the guy that will bring that change. And thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew, for the introduction you gave to candidate, Mr. Stephen Lam. So I hope everybody understands your point of view. Okay, we have the fourth candidate. He's also from Greater Upper Nile, used to be, but now it's become Unity State. I would like you to stand up and give him hand.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Council. Well, before I start saying greeting to you, I would like to tell you one thing that I think all of you have noticed. This morning when I decided to come here and I talked to my wife and I saw, say, well, I know you're going to be in front of people, so I'm going to choose one of the t-shirts that you're going to put on, I mean, so you know the dress. And he used the best one, and I said, so he used the best one, and I messed it up. So I really like writing, so I'm a person that really needs writing, you know. So when we play, if we go to the field, so you'll see me, I'll get that real quickly, because I like doing things. So I'm kind of touchy, I like writing. So if you see this, so don't think that it's my wife doing that, it's me messing it up right here, with this pen, okay? Sorry. All right. It is really a good time to stand in front of your colleagues, your citizens, and friends. It took me a while to make a decision, and this decision was pretty long. It started the time when my brother won. And I talked to some friends, and I told them, you know, next time if the SPLM chapter still exists, and then I think I will seek to be chairman. And I think, you know, God always listening with the intention that you ask. And then today, so I'm in front of you asking the same thing, that you're going to give me the chance to serve you, not to serve myself. I'm very, very glad to see all of you, and I will say thank you to the electoral committee, and thank you, my colleagues, the candidates, and thank you, the citizens. Of course, I didn't have that chance to campaign like my brothers. Two things happened. And that's why some of you asked me several times, including also some of the electoral committee that we drop out. You know, and one thing, the time that the election started, I was really, really busy. I worked for the Salvation Army. And I happen to be also at the level of managing things. So we have what we call a red card campaign that we do a year. I think most of you may be donating money in those shops when you see those people ringing bells. I was among those who are in charge to put that thing together. So I worked 7 days a week from November 11 to December 24. That was my last day. That's one of the things that delayed everything. But I have a team already that is in place. But something happened about a month ago. My brothers, the electoral committee, made decisions that we talk about, and they put my name out. You didn't see my name. It was good. They put it back 2 days ago. And by the rule, I cannot complain without my name being there. That would be against the law. That means if I do that, then I don't respect the law of the SPLM. So I wait for the whole thing to come out, and finally they put my name back. And I think the chairman of the electoral committee will have a word for this, that he promised me last time in the meeting that we have with them, that he's going to tell you, and he said he's going to apologize for that. And I also accept the apology, but I asked a public apology which they will make today. Coming to the theme, I will also let you one thing here. My campaign team with the third factor, I didn't put it together right away. Why? We've been talking about unity among ourselves. And so unity is simple word to say, but to do it is not that easy. It is like when you say that, I'm going to invest on the finances that I have, I'm going to make some cut and I'm going to do it. So you have to do it so to put money in the bank. And at the same time, if we want unity, we have to invest in the unity itself so that it has a result. With my team, I have 2 things that I need to confront it. I said, first of all, I will need my campaign team not to be dominated by one ethnic group. I need to create an image that my team is united. That means all of you. I did it. I looked very hard, and I find a guy, and I find people that are not doing it. You see, Andrew is a young man like you, like many of you, but the head of campaign team, his name is Mabio Manto. I think he's 19 years old or 20 now. He was here before. He came here because, this guy who went to school here have an American mentality. They respect time, and he was here before 11. Okay? And then he's working tonight, and he said that he has a word for you that the youth need to be proactive for the country, because it was the youth that fought those long wars in Southern Sudan. So my team, the whole of them, they are young people. And that is now I answered the question number 2, that the young people need to be informed, to be involved, and to be a part of us. Because tomorrow it is it is them that will take over. Okay? All right. Time is very little, and I'm also very thankful to Andrew because he made a very short introduction with about less than 4 minutes. While my friend have a chance that the campaign team have almost 10 minutes and they have 10 minutes, and now I will take my minute back, right? Because we divide our minutes. Andrew will take 4, and then I will have maybe 15. Okay? Well, I will not read all this. I think you guys got what I put out, what we put out there, and then I will come just only a little bit about me. Of course, my name is Lam Mayang. I'm from Unity State. And also I don't want to forget that I have a little meeting with people of Unity State, and we may have a meeting sometime today. One of the elders said that don't forget when you get there, just alert the people that in this chapter we are really strongly committed to it, but we have never seen a post as this one. Not even a second, not even a third, not even anything. So that elder tell me, yes, go and tell them that this time is our time. The people in this state. So, I don't want clap your hand, that's our time. Okay. All right, so me, socially, I am married, I have my wife, I have 3 kids. And also, as Andrew said, my educational background is clear. With the job, I'm really active in the community. I started with the veteran community. As I said before, I always like to touch them when they ask me to serve them. I serve them honestly. And now our community is really stable. And now they are really doing better. I also, after that, and then the full community in North America also asked me to serve them, and I served them for 3 years. And currently also, I'm a vice president of the community. And that one also was an obstacle also to some people here among you. Some of you were pretty smart enough to tell me, and then finally I find out that most of them are community. So they asked me to resign in those communities, and I can run for the SPLM Chapter. I tell them, well, you guys are so smart, so why don't you put me in the office first, and then I'll resign. You know? All right. So, also my brother Lewa, Tim already answered that part of it. That your community is a social organization, it doesn't ban its members to be active politically. All right. So, and with the previous, and also I'm helping the SPLM. I mean SPLM, the other veteran here in the state, and that's one of the points that I just wanted to know about me, and you go read by yourself. Coming to what I want to do. A while ago, my brother from Greater Bargazal raised a question, and I also talked to Uncle, I think about 2 weeks ago on the phone. He raised the question, and this question always, the term change is not something really very sweet. It is something that always you have to struggle with it, because you change what you have already been familiar with. It's not that easy. So the question that our brother that I brought up today, and I write down for the records, and I think when we talk of equality, it's not something that we can say by word. There has to be some action. I have also opinions some people in our chapter feel that they are being left behind. Okay? And some people also have created also a feeling that there is a certain majority in our chapter that will do whatever they want. And that also creates a feeling. So to come to the term, and to come to terms with all these challenges, we need to have a very sincere confrontation that we really need to talk about it. So with you, my brothers that I have already raised that question, if you put me in the office, I have put 65 days of doing something that the community want to do. In 65 days, the change that we really need to do in our chapter, I will do it. Of course, I'm not a kind of man that just only say, I'm going to do it or just say yes. I always ask questions because my background, educationally, I'm a philosopher. I went to school and studied philosophy, in which, in this planet, there is nothing that cannot be asked. There is always a question on everything. And when you question yourself, then you will be able to have a result. Because questions need answer. You can't just, even the research that people are now really busy, there has to be a question that then you make a research about it. So you ask me a good question when I'm in our office. You will be a part of this team to address things that we really need to bring to life in our chapter. And to be short with you, I have 6 objectives that I really need to make. When I come to the office, there will be a change, and I put some explanation on this. Because I know, even in business, if you don't have a competition, you cannot really perform well. The same thing with the SPLM. For it to be a very functional political party, it needs to be competitive. There's no granted, we cannot say that, Southern Sudan is a one-party country. No. There is a countless parties. And those parties will be competing to outweigh each other. It will be really good that SPLM is respected, and then people will follow our principle. And that I will do when you put me in the office. Okay? That's point number one. Point number two, and I think this is the hard part that we're going to do together. I don't like to talk about unity without adding something that we're going to put in place. Our unity will mean that we're going to work. How to do the unity? To me, there has to be a very sincere civic discourse. A sincere civic discourse means we're going to sit together, we're going to put a question together, especially the issue of tribalism. We is our big disease. We talk about it every night and day, and we never come up with a good solution. It is here in our chapter, and also it is here back home. As a diaspora community that are open to these ideas, I would like, when you put in the office, in my 30 days, I will have a very strong gathering, whether being intellectuals or the community base will come together and ask the issue, why tribalism is bad and why tribal is good. Look at America, they come in this country as a nation. Nations, not twice. They come from everywhere. But the diversity, they put it together and they make it something more. Why we don't take our communities, the blessing that we have in our community, to mean something that works for us? How we do it, we have to challenge this mentality that we have. And I invest in young people to help. I invest in women to help. Because you guys, me and most of you that in this age, we are very, very, very radical sometimes to our background. Oh, well, I have to say all my point, okay? Because these are the points discussed. All right, point number 3, financial instability. I know in this world there's nothing that you can do without having a financial thing. You cannot come into this place if it's not here like this. It costs somebody to pay for this place. And it is the need that we need to do. So when you put me there, I have an experience in community that I am in North community, in Bantu community, in Bull community. Wherever I put my hand in, there is always a balance in that. Go ask people of Bantu, go ask those in North community, what is my contribution? When it comes to the financial issue, I'm very strict. So when I come here, I think if there's issue of finance, I will answer it. Number 4, women, we saw women and youth and trade leaders and community leaders. I'm a community leader myself. I know the potentiality and the capacity of women, how they do in community. They are peacemakers. Youth are visionaries. Community leaders are the wisdom of us. The church have the wisdom of God that they tell us. I went to school, I graduated in seminary. My degree I got in seminary. And then if I come to this office, I will know how to integrate the church and the community and the SPLM. SPLM is not going to dictate to people that you have to do this. SPLM is going to teach people. SPLM is going to teach people, and it's going to be taught too. Because SPLM needs to be taught, and we need to teach people too. It will go to be a two-way road. Church people are essential to us. If it's not Martin Luther King, we cannot even sit today here in this white church. Okay? Point number 5, I will introduce the South Sudanese Cultural Day. We are a people that come from a very rich culture. whether you are a Nyok, a Morale, or a Lokoya, or any tribe in Southern Sudan, we have a country. Is that country bad? No, it's not bad. But it is a matter how we use it for our goodness and for the national interest. So if you bring me into this chapter, things will change. How? We're going to create things together. We're going to show our culture to these people here, white people. We're going to show them that we are people of culture, and we are also a people that love the culture. Culture, it creates color. Like when you go to the shop, you always look for a good clothes that have a good color. It is what the culture do in the community. You bring me into this office, those things you're going to see. And how I do it, I will introduce it in 65 days. Okay, point number 6, which I think that's a very important point for you to understand this. Point number 6 is, my brother mentioned it, but they didn't go into detail why there is interest for the SPLM chapter in Nebraska to have a link with the DC. That would be our embassy. We need to have those ties with the embassy. Why? We have to advocate for our own being here with a good number. Because we have a good number, what we need to be really good in business. Because with the embassy cannot do business with us. But if the embassy has a policy to bring the consulate here, consulate do the business. Israel, the Jewish people, in almost all the people stayed in America, they are consulate. Why? Because they want to bring their people into business. They update them, they encourage them to do businesses. This is our point of weakness here in Nebraska. Now even the Somalians are now getting the attention of the city of Omar, then us. Do you know why? Because they are business-minded. They support their business, and I have one illustration that I want to make. A friend that has a business in Lincoln one time, somebody tell me about his business. He has been killed. He's a Sudanese, a South Sudanese, doing business. When our people run out of money, they go to him. He will give them a loan. But when they have money, they travel from Lincoln to buy meat with Somalia here in Omar. So how can we have a nation that we really don't love ourselves? We don't love what we are doing. Yourself, myself, we are the resources. We are the revenue of the country. So these are resources. You are the resources yourself. Even you, with your number, if you can get a contribution of $1 a month in the state of Nebraska, in the next 5 years, it will not be $1. You will be talking in terms of millions. And that's the resources of you. We don't do that. Okay? So, and also with this, because we are very big in business, we are now going to do back here in the city of Omar. For example, in the state of, in the state of Minnesota, it happened last year, Somalia ran to become a city commissioner. A city mayor. Why we don't do it here in Nebraska? So I have a talk with this. Sorry, that's one point. Forgive me. Okay? So for me, I confront it also individually. I have already talked with some civic leaders. I addressed some issues. And one thing that I got from these leaders, they told me, you South Sudanese or Sudanese, you are really complicated. You really complicated matters with your interests. He mentioned that we have 2 agencies here, and these 2 agencies, they contradict themselves. Okay? So, that one, if you put me into the office, we need to challenge these 2 agencies that try to represent us, and they don't. They got to do it for us, or either we'll deal with them to get out of here. That's my point. And if you put it to the office, please, those things will happen. And I really back your kindness and your love as a citizen of one country, that let our unity be something that we work for, something that we intended, not something that we just want to do. You know, we know it at a time that we did something like this. I volunteered myself. I cleaned the restroom in Zariket. All of you, you saw me. I was cleaning the restroom in Zariket. For us to be there. I was not paid, I do it for you. So if you put me into this office, you know, I will do my part. Do your part in me. Okay? Thank you.
Well, Reverend, we had proposed about the 8 questions to be directed to the candidates, but due to the time, that will minimize those questions into 2 or 3. What are the communication elements will you and your cabinet bring to the entire community at large in the state of Nevada if you are elected? It's very complicated. I think I can give you let me give you, I got some coffee. So you know what you and your cabinet use or bring to the entire community at large in the state of Nebraska in order to promote peace and the school. Question number 5 is equal. Question number 5 is saying that what are the goals are you going to make or to bring your leadership if you are elected? And question number 7 is saying that where are the differences between you and the current administration? That's number 7. So that are the 3 questions that I select randomly. And I hope you can answer those questions in the audience. So I read this thing here. This thing will affect you too. I believe it's also. So go ahead and start from the first.
I'm sorry guys, but what happened is now we have a pretty short time left from the church. We were given we should leave by this time, but they gave us another 20 minutes to take care of stuff that are going on. So from there by 5, but it's almost 4 to 6, so that we can leave from here. So I will invite you guys, both Henry and Evan, that we will make it a very short, brief, and quick answer that so that we can leave this place for the church. They have service about 30 minutes from now. So thank you.
Well, again, with question number 3, so I was just trying to work on that into question number 2. I mean, objective number 2 in my proposal. So, myself, as it was mentioned when they do the introduction, that I'm now making my master's degree in business. And, you know, fortunately, I really love marketing. In which I come to learn it very well also, even though I was introduced the church before that, you know, I learned about, you know, the goodness of words. Because, you know, God created us with word, not with real life. So I think the element of communication that I would bring is that I understand it almost just 2 ways. One is ourselves. With ourselves, we really need to be sincere to ourselves and tell ourselves what we are good at and what we are not good at. And that will be like making what we call a meta-analysis. In that way we will see ourselves. Like here now, we've been here almost now 17 years. So I will try to go back in those years and compare it to where we are now. And that brings me up again to our performances, what we have achieved and what we are not achieved. So we have achieved a lot of things, and those things that we really achieve, we need to make them more. And those we need to work at, these are the things also we really need to work at. So I will engage all of you, especially the community leaders, the youth, the women group, and the church leaders. And those 4 factors in our community, these are the areas in which the element of communication works. And that's where the unity and peace in our community will be realized. Because if these 4, if they don't communicate, and then we can't know where we are really headed. So, if you put into the office, I will make sure that we understand ourselves, so that, you know, the word we use all the time and we don't do it, we will have a result. And we also need to communicate with our government. Because, for example, now we are doing the SPLM here. With the American SPLM, we don't know what it is. But we know it. And also our government has to know it. How? Our government is going to have an embassy over here. And I will intensify the communication through you. Because when I call the embassy or the ambassador, I will not be talking to him as Stephen. I will talk to him as a member of the community of Nebraska. In that way, what I say will have pressure. It will not be a word of individual or my judgment. It will be your concern. With that, we'll be able to achieve things. Question number 5. Which says, so what are the goals you are going to make or bring during the leadership if you are done? Well, the goals, they are the objectives that I just said. 6 goals that I have already there. The only that is left is what we call the 3 elements of leadership to manage. First, the technical part of the job. Second, the conceptual part of the job. And third, the human capital. So if you put me there, these 3 things I will come together so that they will equate to something. I will implement you at the technical part of the job do internally. I will have a conceptual part of it to understand it, what it is, and I will build a human capital, which is you. When you put me there, I will do that. With question number 7, what says, what are the differences between you and the current administration? Well, there is no a real difference in a negative way, so to speak. The current administration is the SPLM administration. And I'm here to come to take over. To go from there. Can I say it is absolute? No. Can you say it is wrong? No. So then I have something that I build up. And that's why we talk about change. There is no change. You cannot change the air around you. The vacuum, you cannot change it. There has to be something that you change. So whatever I think as a deficit of success, and then I will do my best to change it. My objective also bring the change. The civil discourse that I'm really talking about, you may not like it now, but when you go into it, you will get the value of it. Because you're going to challenge yourself intellectually, communally, and sincerely. When you put me there, I will bring this change, and you will see the difference between me and the current administration. But at the whole, we are all the SPLM. So I think I do answer your question. And if you have anything, and one thing I want to point out, that one of the candidates before, and I think they know it, I can agree with the issues that we say we are a country out of nothing. That for me, I can't take it. Southern Sudan didn't come as a country out of nothing. It come as a country out of you. I lose a brother, my brother, my brother died in that. Is that a nothing? No. And I give on his blood. Okay, we have a country out of us. And we are coming. That's what I was telling you. Thank you.